said we were live. You tricked me.
I had to press 3 buttons. You have to give me time to press 3 buttons.
You did me a fooled. How dare you?
A fooled?
You did me a fooled. How dare you?
We are now live.
Are we live now?
Yeah.
Huzzah! We are now live.
It's always 3 buttons.
I just heard myself in my ear suddenly. Hello, everybody. I had already we started there with me saying you did me a fool. It's because she said we're going live, and then I started saying hi to all of you, and then she's like, "We're not live yet. I gotta push the button."
That was your pre-warning.
Yeah, well, it was good. It got the bad hello out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This one was better.
This one was better. This one felt better. It felt more like from this section. That first one was from this section, which isn't appropriate. You need from down here. Also, so Maddie and I were just silently sitting and doing like side tasks and work whilst we waited for this to start. We're both in kind of like a mellow space this night, which is a nice way of saying tired. But I was very specifically going through. We finally got the documentation back that we needed from the lawyers on the new space. So I was just kind of going through it, making sure all the little bits were correct before I sign it, which means that we are like yay close to officially signing our life away to a space, which is cool. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited about it.
I only hear Maddie in my right ear. What?
Do you hear me in your left ear? We can be like a devil and angel on your shoulder.
I could probably set that up.
Be fun.
Let me downmix to mono. See if that makes.
It'd be so annoying for someone like me. I'm usually like just with one earphone in. My luck will be the wrong earphone.
Well, too late. I'm already down mixed to mono. I think it's a Sayega thing. I think your earphones might be broken.
That's like I used to build houses, so I'd be with contractors, whatever. And there's one who loved this joke who he would take one boot off and he'd stand and he'd look at something and he'd be like, "Nope, looks crooked," which to me was funny because he was crooked. That one never got old for me because I never knew he was doing it. I'd like finish doing something and he'd just stand behind me and go, "Nah, looks crooked," and it would take me a second before I looked down. I'm like, "Ass." I thought it was funny.
You did. Every time you did it.
I will pretend there was a healthy chortle on your end.
I breathed out harder from my nose.
You did. You breathed out humorously. You did.
I breathed out like, through my mouth. That's like tier 3 humor.
No, that's almost a full-on laugh.
That's almost a chortle. I wouldn't say a laugh.
It's almost a chortle. You've cropped it so it's out, but my shield o' death is by me.
It's not my fault you record in 4K. I can't make myself look so much more massive than you. I have to zoom in a bit.
This thing is genuinely frightening.
Oh yeah, no, it was on the ground when I was there to sew, and I had to move it because it's one of those things you're like, that will kill me if I fall on it. I'm
more afraid of the damn knife on a stick. I know it's a spear, but that thing is genuinely deadly. I was surprised by it. Oh, hey, thanks, Anne. Did you get my package? So, I have a confession, Anne, and it hurts me down to my very soul.
What did you do?
It's what I didn't do.
What did you?
I've yet to go to our box to go pick up packages. I'll get it tomorrow. I promise you.
Okay.
It's been very difficult.
They're just wondering if they need to like reach out to the post office or something.
No, you don't need to reach it out. They even messaged me. Your package is there, among a couple of others that I must go pick up. Yeah.
At this point, I just
suck, I guess. That might be the right thing to say. Yeah, actually, we should go maybe tomorrow at some point or whatever. We can go to the mail place. And I can introduce and make sure they know that like you have full access to this too.
Is it worth it if we're gonna have the office that people can ship stuff to? Or do we still want a P.O. box so people don't find us?
Ooh, That's a choice, isn't it? I don't know. Scale of 1 to 10, guys, in the chat. How creepy are you? Be honest. Be honest. How creepy
Be honest.
Mm.
Would you look up the address of our shipping address? Have you already? That'll answer the question. Did you look up where our P.O. box was?
Stick to the P.O. box. How do these stream works first time in here? We are literally, like, this one here is the one in which we just chat and bullshit. You ask us questions, we answer said questions. Otherwise, we're just kind of chilling. There was another stream that was yesterday, that's the design stream, and that's in which, like, Maddie usually is just designing a project, showing how that process works when we go through designing a project and stuff. So yeah, that's it. We're all hanging out. We're all just chilling together. There is now an official Q&A thing right there that you can ask questions.
That's how it works. You can chat in the chat. But if you want a question, the questions in the official place get prioritized. And most likely Kit will ramble about each question for at least 35 minutes. So I would recommend putting it in the prioritized place because we'll get to the point where I'm just like, next question.
I'll have you know that that's partially why I don't get to be on the design streams. Because I'm awful. And she's like, what are we designing today? And I'm like, a funny thing happened to me today. And then a half hour later, she's like, what are we designing today? And I'm like, oh, right. That reminds me of a story. And then again,
Firebrand Production asks, any projects you refuse to do?
Hey,
Always
Firebrand.
Curious what a maker won't tackle.
Normally, if I don't, I'm sorry, I'm eating in your ear here. Normally, if I don't do a project, it's just because it doesn't interest me. There's not a lot I won't do, to be honest with you. As long as it doesn't, like, affect my moral, like, feelings on a thing, which is a very low bar. There's a lot I can clear.
You're
yeah,
very
man,
sweet.
I don't think there's anything I wouldn't necessarily tackle. I don't know. What do you think, Maddie?
For me? Or what do I think you wouldn't do?
Or both. I don't know. I think maybe it's interesting for you to say what you think I wouldn't do, where my line is, but
that I think you would need to see more results within a certain time frame. So like you'd forget gardening stuff pretty quickly and then they'd die. Yeah. Anything that requires like you shouldn't do brewing, because you might end up with like as I was explained to mead geysers, where you accidentally you basically forget it. I mean, just look at the mead we did. It is old. It stayed way too long in its bottle, and it's brewing before we bottled it. Well, don't do that.
The leaves have gathered in the bottom here.
Yeah, but you don't want to drink.
Not that they're not carbonated, yeah. Well, yeah, but you don't want them, like, up to the top of the bottle. I mean, put it right here.
Eventually, we have to have, like, a party where people try it. And we're not responsible for what happens to people.
It's like a dare.
Yeah, some of it's not bad. Some of it, apparently, is, like, rubbing alcohol.
Yep. I use it to clean my paintbrushes.
No, don't. Do you? I made that.
No. Screwing with you.
For me, I don't know. I don't think that I've delved deep enough into the crafting world to figure out what I dislike.
Oh. Alex said they came because they were looking for some design advice. By all means, ask. I don't think that's a bad thing. We all like talking about that type of stuff.
Oh no, I dropped the back. Wow.
Oh, your earring?
Yeah.
I'm watching you on the. Go ahead.
It's hard to have it with headphones, especially the one on my cartilage, when it comes out at all, because then it just gets like irritated. Have you ever considered Fantasy Apprentices? Have you ever considered historical outfit, like from medieval times or Egyptian? We make historical stuff all the time.
Yeah, but I think like if you mean like super like accurately historical, honestly, I've been kind of playing with the idea of doing something like really old, like Utsi clothing, right? Like Paleolithic or something. Like we have some really cool examples, especially of like leather shoes, like you know, really simple leather shoes that were found in archaeological digs or something. Some garments that were found that way. I think it'd be really cool to recreate some of that stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, otherwise we dabble. It's just usually more anachronistic, unless you mean something like legitimately from a particular period or something. I don't think we've really like honed down into something very specific that way.
I did a little bit more when we were going into Pensick, just because like I was interacting with Rachel and she was teaching me all of the everything. We made those Roman outfits.
Yeah, you did a good job with the footwear.
Yeah, I made those sandals last minute for you. Then we forgot to seal them.
Yeah.
So they destroyed themselves in the dew.
They turned to mush.
They turned to mush. But I would say, like, those were super easy. Those were literally just, like, sheets. They were, like, a tube that we then...
Oh, yeah, like the togas? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those were cool.
As someone mentioned stone punk. I'm imagining that is like steampunk, but if, like, the Flintstones did it, which sounds awesome. Like, just everything made out of stone and stuff. Like bone and whatever. Please explain stone punk to me. I'm interested. Sounds cool. What are you working on over there? You're staring down.
The Alex Tape asks, what has been your most difficult project thus far? I'm just doodling.
Just doodling? Doing the doodles?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay, yeah. So, in general, casting things. Man.
You've yet to get that.
Always a pain. Always a pain in the ass. I mean, I casted those little ember marks, but even that was a pain. Like,
yeah, you've yet to get to the point where you feel confident with it.
Yeah, man. I watch other people do it. Like, I'll watch videos of other people doing it and whatever. And they're like, yeah, you just put it in here. It's out of, like, wax or something like that. And then you just pour it in, it melts away and whatever. And for some, it doesn't happen to me. I put the little sprue holes and stuff, and it's never that easy for me. And I don't understand. I have to take a class on it, I think. I have to go with somebody who legitimately knows how to do it and just have them walk me through the steps. Because I'm clearly missing the boat on some stuff.
Next question is... It's just a message that's like Homer P.O. Box, always P.O. Box. Next is Ace You said, would you ever want to do something like actual forging, like making a knife out of a railroad spike? You did that.
Yep. Yep. I've done a lot of rebar. I think I did the knife out of. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've made a bunch of stuff forging. I'm actually, Maddie's made some stuff forging too.
Yeah, mostly just like twisting stuff and
it's still forging. It's fun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Quick cue on the latest video. Says I love hobbits. Does it have spoilers for the last season? I have actively avoided watching it just in case.
No, except it does show like clips. Like I show from older seasons, so like with Eddie and stuff when he was holding the shield and whatever. That's the majority of the clips, but I think there is one in which they are engaging in battle. It might be a spoiler.
Nothing that you wouldn't see in trailers.
Yeah, for sure. If you're okay watching trailers and stuff, then it's nothing you wouldn't see in a trailer. It's just an action shot of them using the spear and stuff to stab at a thing. You can't even really make out what the thing they are stabbing at is. So I don't think it would kill the suspense unless you're like, okay, I haven't seen this yet by episode 2, so that means this person still makes it or whatever, right? Like if it destroys tension for you that way. But again, if you're okay watching stuff in a trailer, then it shouldn't matter to you. Hello, Wraither. How are you? If you want to forge, come on down. The forge will be hot. Yes. Also, if anybody wants to learn how to forge something or how to make a knife, Firebrand, who's in the chat right now, he let me come to his spot and teach me some of the knife making. Extremely talented. Also made the swords.
The board.
Made Maddie's knives. They're usually all around me, but actually, Maddie's knife right here.
There's always one around.
One of them, at least. There's always one around, just in case, again, one of you turns out to be creepy. We need to defend ourselves inside of
That's
the
just your
workshop.
house in general.
But it's just my house in general. Yeah, there's always sharp things just about. But yeah, they are. Firebrand is fantastic, and it teaches, so you can come and take a class and stuff. So very, very cool. Or have custom things made.
Devil
Plug
Crow
for you there, Firebrand.
asked, out of the maker machines that you've done so far, the 3D printers, CNC, laser cutters, Cricut cutter, what order would you suggest getting them in terms of usefulness?
For me, the laser is endlessly useful. Because even for like a 3D objects, if you don't mind making a laminate, like stacking things together or whatever, you can technically do that, though it's a little bit more work. Though honestly, sometimes faster than a 3D printer. 3D printer, I probably just haven't taken the time to get good at. I can make prints, but I always do a lot of like fiddling with it, or I like detach this from the bed or something. I know they're getting better at that over time, but that's been my experience. I will be 3D printing something soon for another project I'm working on, but they all have their uses. But if I was to do it, I'd probably say, yeah, a laser first, 3D printer after that. CNC machine. I actually don't have a CNC machine except for like a Cricut cutter.
I would say
caveat.
Cricut
Yeah.
cutter first if it's
Cricut.
not
Yeah.
and not that Cricut has a lot of uses for
Sure.
that doesn't require as much investment, and then go laser.
That's true. Yeah. You
to
can
really
do a lot of
be-
the same stuff with thinner materials and whatever.
Yeah,
with the
to
Cricut
really
cutter.
like make use of the laser, you have to have already invested a little. Like you have to know the craft
Mm-hmm.
well enough. So get Cricut first, and then get laser. That's kind
Yeah.
of the path we went.
Yeah, I mean, for the longest time, I used my Cricut for freaking everything, especially if you want to do fun stuff too, like make stickers or whatever. The Cricut's dope. It could do a lot of cool stuff. But I love my laser. Actually, I have right now a thing I've been working on. I go through little peaks and valleys of loving Magic the Gathering. I have since I was like 13. I'm in one of the peaks currently, so I decided to make myself a little battle mat. Out of some scrap leather that I had and my laser. It is lovely and it's nice to have, though I never play in meat space. It's always just digital cards and stuff. I actually haven't bought cards for years. So it's just to have because my brain said I wanted one, and now I have it. And I will put it somewhere, and it will probably never see use. But this is nice
Might
to
be
make.
fun to make for the store.
Yeah, I don't know. If you
Or
guys
just
play
like
Magic,
plain
I'll happily
mats
make
because
some.
we don't want to get sued.
Yeah, right. Just play mats for sure. Yeah, put our own little logos on it or something. Yeah, man, I love it. I think it's great. I just never get to play.
Next question. After Asthmatic Debuff said, after the Fallout backpack, you should try making an Alice backpack. I don't know what that means.
Alice backpack. Yeah,
Another
explain an Alice
show.
backpack. I'm curious as to where it's
The only
from.
thing I can think of is like when that Alice in Wonderland game that was kind of like horror themed got popular first time.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other characters.
And then
And
Anne
Alice
said,
from the
if any of us were truly creepy, we'd never admit it. And then Ace and You said, you don't need to actually answer this if you prefer not to, but you guys have seemed to occasionally get a little overwhelmed sometimes. Have you guys ever considered expanding your quote-unquote team?
Yeah, that would be super. I would love to if we could pay them. So, despite what some might say, YouTube is not like a font of money. We make
Especially
just
when you're
basically
a crafting
enough
channel and
to.
you basically have to buy all your materials
Right.
too.
Yeah, man, if we were just a channel that did like talking, I say that like it's diminutive. It isn't. That's hard too. You're script writing, you're doing all the research and stuff. But like it doesn't cost nearly as much as buying like all the leather and all that kind of stuff. So
And
yeah,
also
it's
we would
tricky.
put out a lot more content.
Yeah, I think eventually, sure. Like we've talked about, the potential of if we were to bring other people on, in what capacity would we be able to do that, and at what point in our kind of business's trajectory do we see that happening? But Yeah, that's the answer to that. It all depends, baby,
It's like,
on how
we'd
much
love
money's
to,
coming in.
but we'd probably wait
Yeah.
until we were full-time first. We're hoping that the office solves a lot of our time issues.
Yeah.
Eric, can you join us in the chat? Yeah.
What's this? The skill
Sorry,
tree
Eric,
live
we
with
only
stream with
have
sound? Yeah,
2
I
to
know.
3 things open at once.
Oh, did Eric jump on?
Yeah. He put a question in the chat. Like, hey, can you guys let me in? Basically.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Hello.
Dragon said, hi, Eric.
Hello.
Would you ever consider participating in a maker convention? Something for fantasy reenactment, cosplayers, LARPers, etc. to connect with other makers and companies and suppliers?
Hell yeah. That sounds like fun. I think that'd be great.
I think it would depend on the time and investment. Like,
Oh, for sure, yeah.
from
When
when
and where and stuff.
Well, conventions is sometimes they're like a big payment to get a space or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would probably go to one. I don't know. I also don't know what I'd do at a table for one, right? Like, I think I'd probably have more fun wandering around. I don't think I'd have a lot. I mean, I'd have stuff to show. Obviously, I make stuff all the time, but I'm not like making stuff for you to buy necessarily, or like as my business. My business is technically making the videos of the stuff that I make. I make the stuff because I like it. Ergo, why my workshop is just full of the stuff I make.
I tried to convince him to like raffle them off or something at different points in time, and I've always lost that argument.
Yeah, man. Some of them I'd be okay with, like, with letting go of. I think it's more just the imposter syndrome. I'm afraid somebody's going to get it and be like, wow, this is kind of a piece of crap. And I'd be like, oh. I don't know.
Sorry, Eric. Did you jump to the next question?
Yeah. Yeah, hey, Eric. Eric, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
What's up?
There you are.
There you go. Hey, just saying hi. You know how you're doing?
Hello.
For those of you who are new, because we do have some people who are new here, also, our Grandmaster Tier Patreon members get to join us on this live stream. Like, that's who you're hearing in your ear.
Grandmaster is the highest. It's actually $25 and up, I think, get to join us on the Q&A streams.
Right.
It's just that
See,
normally it's the Grandmaster tier patrons that show up every time.
That actually show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you that are hearing my voice coming in, but you're not seeing me on the screen, no, your meds haven't worn off. There is now a third person.
Disembodied voice.
Disembodied Eric. We were just talking about that mat that he made for Magic the Gathering that he wants to make you as well.
So, I would have already had it made. But when I made this one, I rolled up the rest of the leather, and it's almost a whole sheet of this leather here. I rolled it up and I put it somewhere. I spent like an hour the other day looking for the damn thing, and I can't find it anywhere. I'm up to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna go buy another roll because I'm frustrated with myself enough. Even now, I have no idea where this damn thing is. But it's all designed up and ready to go in the laser engraver. It'll be fun. Let's see.
He's being given a drink. He's not.
He's being given. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Being given a drink. He has walked away, and I'm just here yammering.
Oh no, he's showing the baby.
Ooh, wait! I gotta see the Conqueror. Hey, bud. There is. Y'all are missing it on the stream. There's an adorable baby, though. It's best not to be showing people's babies. But hi, little guy. He's real cute. He's real cute.
Yeah.
Yep, he finally started growing in hair on top of his head, so he's no longer rocking the Jean-Luc Picard look.
Okay, he's gonna make it so.
He's a conqueror.
He's so cute. Oh my god, little Anderson. For all of you on the live stream,
just imagine a cute baby.
Because we're just imagine like an extremely cute baby, and that's what we're looking at.
You can see like the conquering of the future world in his eyes.
Yeah, no, he wants your subjugation, not your demise, but you can
love him if you please, but you will submit.
Nice.
There you
I feel like we're like super mellow this day. How's everybody else feeling in the chat? I think Maddie's just sitting there sketching. I'm casually drinking and yammering to you guys. Let us know if you're entertained, if you'd like to see something else. I don't juggle well, and everything around me is sharp, but I mean, you know.
Well, don't offer it. Asthmatic Debuff said, sorry, meant to mention the Alice pack in the military Alice pack. I don't think I've seen one out of leather. It's iconic style packs you see in wastelands and post-apocalyptic games.
I'm doing me a research right now.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Went and looked it up. The all-purpose, lightweight, individual carrying equipment backpack.
Of course, it's an acronym. Okay.
Oh, you gotta love the military for having their acronym.
Gotta love
it. Is that the round one that kind of goes from that goes? It's like a tube.
Yeah, you know, like a whole bunch of useful pockets on the outside. I have one of these bags kicking around somewhere.
Tube.
Yeah. No, I like these bags. Very cool. That would be cool to make. Yeah, I think it'd be neat. I'm always down for making more leather bags. I have to temper myself lest I become just a leather bag channel.
At this point,
I love pockets and I like leather. Just to become the leather bag channel.
Yeah, let's give up all of the rest of the skill tree. Let's just be leather bags, pouches and bags.
Welcome to Leather Tree.
We'll make you a new channel. It's called Bagman.
Just Bagman. Yeah, the whole intro is like a nightmare of me crawling out of the bag while someone sleeps. The Bagman cometh. You turn on the light and I'm just crafting a new bag next to you. Go back to sleep. Terrible. Bagman has to be my favorite D&D lore stuff.
Music reminds me of Transformers.
Is there music in the background right now?
Not for you.
I'm glad. No, I'm glad there's music in the background because I feel like we're so low key today. We're both very tired and kind of just chilling. That I worry that to me there are silences that drag longer than they should. So I'm like, oh, I hope.
Now we got epic Transformer
good.
music underneath us.
Okay, well I feel better about it then. Screw y'all, I'm eating my cookie.
Yeah,
I can't hear
cookie.
the chewing or the songs.
That's not that loud.
It's a moisture cookie, but it's the kind of moist cookie that immediately takes all of the moisture from your mouth and makes it go away. So I have to do it judiciously and wash it down with my whiskey.
Oh, poor cookie.
Like a healthy person.
Next question. For Maddie specifically, how are you adjusting to the northern cold? Well, actually, apparently. Kit has complained about the cold significantly more than I have. There's been...
Is this the New England way, first of all?
He'll come
Any
downstairs
New Englanders in the chat
he's
should
like,
know.
Don't you want me to turn on the heater? And I'm like, it's not cold. And he's like, okay. Then he'll come down 30 minutes later. He's like, are you sure you don't want the heater? So I think I'm doing my layering right or something.
Man, you haven't gotten the bliss of the seasons in New England. You are supposed to. It's like a social thing with each other. You must complain once it gets too warm. You must complain once it gets too cold. You must complain when it's too rainy, like the springtime. The only time you're allowed to say the weather is nice is like that week in autumn. Then you're like, well, it's great. And then that's all you talk about. This day, though, right? Wow. Couldn't it always be like this? Why isn't it always like this? Why can't we live somewhere that's just this all the time? And then we're back to hate. Again, New Englanders in the chat. Hear me out.
So, two comments on cold weather, because I feel like over here in Wisconsin, we share a similar love-hate relationship with things. Do you guys also do the cold enough for you?
Oh, yeah.
That's just us?
Or you do the thing where like it's raining or snowing profusely or whatever, and you go, thought the weather said it'd be rain today, or I thought it was supposed to be cold today. When everybody's like all bundled up and like your hair freezes because you stepped out of the shower.
See, I think
it's a
you
silly
guys
place.
made it like it's not so constant or oppressive that there's almost fun in complaining about like the differences. Where I was
Yeah,
from,
for sure.
we didn't talk about the weather. Only tourists talked about the weather.
Because the
We
sun was
walked
always
outside.
3 inches from your face.
We walked outside. It was horrible. We sighed heavily, and we tried to avoid being outside as much as possible.
Here's the thing that killed me
Floridians
about...
don't even complain about the cold. They get upset about the cold. Like, they're not talking to you about the cold. They are just upset.
I complain about the cold in Florida because y'all have the hut outside that makes you wish for the death because it's so hot. But then when you go inside, you're dressed for the hot weather, but your AC is the lowest. Like, my refrigerator isn't as cold as your damn AC. No, it is egregiously cold in every goddamn building. I'm like, why? So then I bundle up for there, but then I can't go to the outside because the outside wants to burn my flesh. Like, you gotta pick a lane.
That's why we don't go outside.
Yeah, right. That's the problem. Just I'm going outside is the issue. But yeah, no, you're right. It's become a fun social time. It's how we
whereas,
bond here.
like, Florida, it's just bad all the time. And it's not, like, it's just bad enough that it's fun to talk to people outside Florida about Florida weather because they're the ones that'll react in a fun way. If I talk to someone in Florida about Florida weather, they'll just look at me like, yeah, that's every day. Welcome to Florida. That's like saying, oh no, I went in the water and I got bit by a crocodile. It's like, yeah. Welcome to
That's
Florida.
Where they
Why'd
live.
you go in the water? It's like, why'd you go outside? That's where the stupid weather lives.
Yeah, I love how much this stream is now just turning into old man shakes fist at cloud. Weather, am I right? It's perfect. Very good.
Other than that,
Florida crocodiles are exactly why I stay in Wisconsin.
they're in Wisconsin.
She believes, because of her training and Florida indoctrination, which is the safest thing you could believe, I suppose, that every body of water contains an alligator. We crossed by near here. I'm like, that one. And she's like, yup, alligator. I'm going to get you to swim in a pond during the summertime.
In your pond.
There are leeches. That's true.
I would rather
there's no
swim in
way
a pond
for
that there might
an
be
alligator or
alligators.
crocodile or anything like that
I've
to
swam in
survive
lakes with
Wisconsin
alligators.
winter. Like when we have lakes that are freezing with ice that's 3 feet deep, like
Behind your sewers.
no, the alligators don't survive that. It's like I've seen what they do when it gets cold enough. They like stick their snout out of the water a little bit, and then there's that like inch or two of like ice that kind of freezes them in place, and then they just stay hanging there. It's like that doesn't work in Wisconsin because by the time you hit February, you have 3 foot of ice entirely encapsulating it, and they die.
Nope, they're in the ice.
I like how it's also a pastime to kind of like.
You're not going to convince me there's not alligators there.
I feel like it's a regional pastime to have pissing matches about your weather and how bad it is. It's always funny as a New Englander to bitch about winter, and then someone from Wisconsin walks in the room, and I'm like, I've been humbled. Your temperatures are mighty and low.
There was an alligator in Chicago at one point. Yup. Oh, I know. Like, wasn't there also like there was there's been multiple iterations of Arctic alligators.
Wow, somebody just pulled out a Feifel Goes West, not a Feifel Goes West, an American Tail deep cut, and I appreciate it. He said, there are no alligators in Wisconsin. That's what they said about cats in America. And now the song, There Are No Cats in America, live in my head for the rest of the night.
Other than that, I've adjusted the cold by crashing into Kit's garage.
Immediately. First time driving in the snow to my home. I'm in my kitchen with the dog, just hanging out and talking. I see her coming. I'm like, oh, Auntie Maddie's coming. I wait a moment, and then we hear boom. I'm like, Auntie Maddie just hit the door.
No, it went like this. You didn't see me outside, and you looked at Cerberus, and you said, I wonder when she's going to get here. And then you heard boom.
Slam.
Oh, Auntie Maddie's here.
Yeah. It was awesome. Especially because, like, again, living here, all of us have done dumb things learning to drive in the snow. We just did it a long time ago, usually. So, like, she's super shook up about it because the first time she hit
I've
a
never
thing,
crashed
she hit
my
house.
car at
She's
all.
upset. Yeah. Like, clearly upset about it, like, as one should be. But, like, to me, I'm like, New England rite of passage. You've done a thing in the snow. You've lost control of your vehicle. I understand. This is fine. Come inside now and have some hot toddy. You know, here's hot whiskey. Sit and.
I was hard traumatized, guys.
Oh yeah,
Just
name
kinda curled up in a
a
ball
cat
and
named
stared at the
Feifel.
wall.
It's awesome. Yeah, she was like very upset.
It changed my entire perception of trust in the world. When rogues can simply decide that you die now.
Man, last night was the scary stuff. You stayed home, so I didn't mention it, but like, it had black ice frozen to the point where it wasn't even like a layer of ice that you would see. It still is the concrete texture, right? Like you still see all the cracks and stuff from the pavement or whatever. But it was just the slickest thing. I went out to put my trash out, and I'm like, whoa! I'm just like in the middle of my driveway, like I can't go forward or back. There is zero traction here. I just slowly slid back down my hill. I'm like, this.
That's why I've taken it just
death.
walking in the snow, because then at least I can break through it with my boot if there's a layer of ice. I just walk with my heel first, like heel and then roll forward onto your toe. Next question. Dragon, it's a long time out, but I would want you guys to maybe do a workshop or something.
Yeah? Well, like, where? What's so far out? I'm sorry, I'm confused now.
I assume the
Did I miss
ability
half the
to
question?
do the workshop. Like, invite people to our work.
Oh, I see what you're
workplace and
saying.
Do a workshop.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, it'll be a little far out. We have to figure out our workshop first, but it will be big enough to. Again, though, said scary people on the internet. So, like, if that is where we're going to be every day working, it'd be hard to do there. But at, like,
We could
another
go to a
location, that'd be fun.
local Makerspace.
Yeah, it'd be fun to do at like a Ren Fair or a LARP. And that's what we wanted to do at the Brandy one originally before we started like running the games and stuff. And we just wanted to set up a spot and be like, I'll bring a bunch of leather things. People can come and make pouches and junk, and we'll just sit and hang out and craft together. I might still be down with doing that. I think that sounds like a blast. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Blast and a half.
A blast and a half. How about a live build session? That'd be fun.
We've done a few.
A little camo.
Fantasy
camo over top.
Apprentice, Kit, do you want to try knitting?
I do. I actually very much want to try knitting. I've been looking at, there's two things that I've been looking at that are projects just off to the side for that I want to try. One is knitting. They have these cute little things now to teach you. They're like little animals, right? I mean, to do like a little fox or something. It's super cute. And then there's also Raspberry Pi. I really want to learn to program a Raspberry Pi and make it do interesting, fun things. So those are my two little side things. And I'm like, oh, I want to play with these. I heard Eric go, oh.
Yeah, no, Raspberry Pis are fun. I've done two main projects with them. Is I programmed a Raspberry Pi to allow me to integrate directly with my 3D printer, because I have like one of the like more hobbyist ones, like an old ANET A6. So adding a Raspberry Pi to it made it so I could like remotely control it, remotely upload files. That was a fun little project. I put a screen on it, 3D printed my own like case and stand. That was cool. But my favorite project that I did with a different Raspberry Pi, and for everybody listening, this is also before the absurd price hikes that happened around like 2021, 2022. So you could afford to buy more than one Raspberry Pi back then. I built, I can't even say I built. I made a case for it, and I programmed it to be a retro arcade like emulator. So I could play stuff like the X-Men arcade games, Simpsons, Ninja Turtles, all those old things like that. That it interfaces via HDMI, so I can just play arcade games right on my TV. It's great.
Man, I love the Ninja Turtles arcade game. So good. I was trash at it, but it's so good.
Next question. I am trying to design a Warhammer 40k and D&D table. My question for you is, what would you like in a table like that?
Man. So, two very different things, I guess. Well, or not so much, because if we're doing like the measurements 40k needs, right, then having kind of like a gridded table. I'm speaking out of school here because I haven't played 40k yet. I really like the lore. I've read a whole bunch of the books, like Warhammer books at this point, digging the lore, but I've never gotten a chance to play it. But I do know there's a lot of measurement involved, and whatever stops me from having to do the math, that would help. For a D&D table, though, very different, where like space for the friends and places to put snacks and chips, and of course for all of the accoutrements on my character sheet and dice and stuff. I think there's, for me, it's hard because I haven't played a lot of like live D&D. I mean, we played for years on Roll20, so I have never not had a map to play with. I don't know. Now, maybe I would want a map. I'd probably want to build models. I guess in this scenario, I'm thinking I'm DMing it, which would be the first time I did that too. But I really want to build D&D models. Not that I have the time to. That would be fun. Room for that would be good. Yeah, I don't know. I think just having those like spaces to put things. I mean, what do you do when you're playing D&D with your friends? You're like snacking, you have drinks. That's the fun social aspect. I think that I would probably lean into more.
A lot of people do a
What do you think,
projector at
Maddie?
the top for the map.
Oh, that'd be cool. I've seen this one dude recently. He made a table that has a like a hydraulic or an electric stand or something underneath. So it's a flat table, and then he pushes the button, and his model for the map comes up. Like the thing slides away, and then the model comes up, and that's the coolest damn thing. I love that.
Fantasy Apprentice asked, Eric, how are you doing?
Hey, Eric.
Doing all right. Little sleep deprived. The tiny little monster has his first 2 teeth coming in. So.
Oh no.
Yes, it has teeth.
Be prepared to be bited.
More just the teething process.
So yeah, so we're losing a little sleep to that, but otherwise doing well. Work's good, family's good. Just kind of trundling along, trying to keep a tiny little kamikaze baby from offing himself, and
I just had to take my
and
bird
just
to
like
the vet because she will kamikaze into whatever is between, like, just away from you, no matter what is in that direction. She hurt her wing by doing that.
Yeah. I grew up in a house that was also like a daycare. Like my mother did daycare. So I was always just surrounded by like babies and children. And yeah, man, the way that they almost purposefully want to hurt themselves. It's impressive to watch. There's that period of time in which you're like, this thing is trying to kill itself actively. You know, babies terrify me. Muzzle tough. I think you're up to the task. You are a responsible human being, Eric. He's very lucky to have you as father.
He made a face at that.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah. Mostly it's like you're a responsible human being. It's like, where is this slander coming from?
How dare you, sir?
You, my good sir, are a family tax-paying responsible man.
Only because they automatically take it out of my paychecks.
Yeah, it comes anyways. Not by choice. Wraither, good looking out on the overhead projector for projects, for like tracing big patterns and stuff. That's kind of a dope idea. We might have to add that to the docket for the office as we get that out of the new workshop. That'd be cool to have.
Overhead projectors are just great for D&D in general if you're looking for that like vibe of like the digital landscape that's quick, easy to swap out without like actually having to like trace out the map and everything. Just project it right down onto your table.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, that'd be cool. I was just reading. We got some people who are starting. Was it? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. But you just started leather crafting and have been binging the content. Thank you for watching the content. I'm glad you're making the projects. That's awesome. And also people like how we trade projects back and forth and figure out how to make them. So that's nice, Maddie. You arting up. Lately it's been harder too, but yes, we do.
You mean more like designing stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're good at that. We're good at like getting a design to a certain point and then just passing it to the other person and be like, fix. Sometimes literally.
Sometimes literally. Yeah. It does help to have somebody else to bounce, like another brain to bounce off of.
Yeah, I think having someone to bounce stuff off of is very, very useful. Next question is, I Love Hobbit said, also an option, doggo backpack.
I made doggo armor, and I've been contemplating making Cerberus little saddlebags for either side. I don't know what I'd put in it. I think it'd be real cute though. He's hit or miss with anything on his back. I've read that, especially like what they consider working breeds or whatever, do enjoy carrying stuff or hauling things. Makes him feel like useful and stuff. I don't know that he would. He might just roll around and try to get it off his back, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. How do you
react to a cute thing to make, though. He honestly was okay, but I made the armor to feel pretty much just like his harness. Like it was the same shape of a harness that he was used to. Yeah. So he's just like, it's fine. We're good.
Next question is Ace in Use. You guys already made a map. How about a map maker satchel / pack? We exist solely to fuel Kit's bag addiction. Or kit addiction.
Just all bags all day. Sorry, I was reading another one. Can you read that? Oh, I can read it again too. Doop, doop, doop. Actually, no. I'm gonna have you read that again. Okay.
Basically, we've made maps. What about a map maker satchel?
Ooh, so I have a map tube that I made. Probably not the same thing you're talking about though. A map maker satchel. So are you thinking maybe like a kit kind of project? Not kit me, but kit. Where it has like a compass, different kinds of measurement devices. Obviously, like I don't know, depending on the period and stuff. A quill with ink, things like that. Like a thing a map maker would need in order to make maps. That'd be cool. Get the bag, man.
Next question is, Anne, I have had that happen during the summer when it's really hot outside and so cold on the bus, my glasses steam up. Not sure what she was talking about.
I've had that happen too, though. I have that happen like whenever I take the dog out in the wintertime and I come back, my glasses automatically fog.
Renegade Mersic says, what music is your go-to as you create your creations?
Usually, I try to theme it to whatever I'm working on. Unless there's something I'm just happen to be vibing with at that point in time, but that's kind of rare. So yeah, if I'm working on a Viking thing, then I'm listening to kind of that themed music, right? I listened to, while I was making the bag, a lot of like Fallout soundtrack type stuff or things from like the 1950s, just because it had that vibe to me. So usually I try to just finagle my brain to be into the thing that I'm working on by playing music that makes me think of the thing that I'm working on, if that makes sense.
I do show tunes normally, things from plays or shows.
Nice.
Because they have more like story and character to them. Bay Rane said, "What about a horned Viking helmet?"
Ooh, that'd be cool. I've done. No, I did a leather Viking helmet, like with the face, but I've never done one with horns. It'd be really fun to do like a Skyrim with the horned helmets. It'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I feel like you've wanted to do that for a while.
Anything Skyrim, man. I've wanted for a while to make the like one of the crafting tables from Skyrim, like the alchemy table. That'd be so much fun. I like that one. But I just don't know where I'd put it.
Put it in the Dendronian camp.
Sure.
I think that was when we last talked about it, was trying to figure out how we want to do magic there. Nathan Druin asks, Kit, you have mentioned in your videos that you have done construction. You have done, I assume, construction. But you use simple basic tools in your builds. Can you elaborate on the construction you did during your day job?
Sure. Yeah. A lot of times I'm doing like simple basic tools. One, because I'm not doing projects similar to like what I did during that, but also because I want you guys to be able to follow along. So there's, most of you won't have some of those tools. But I was a Finnish carpenter, kind of. So the company I worked with was actually run by my sister. We did everything from the clearing of a plot where a home would live to digging the foundations. Usually someone came in and poured the foundations. And then from there, like foundation up, we did everything. We did the stick framing, siding, roofing, all the finished stuff inside. It was just kind of soup to nuts carpentry. So whole house building, I guess, if you will, did that. So very large boxes, made huge boxes. It was fun. I learned a lot. Real pain in the ass in New England on the winter. It sucks.
Want to tell a story about you getting stuck on the roof?
Well, now I feel like I have to.
We can avoid
Yes.
it, and we can leave them in suspense.
No. I got stuck on a roof. I guess there's not a long story. Climbed a big old ladder to get on top of this roof to fix somebody's shingle who had blown off on a beach in the winter.
Isn't that the
So
same
like nobody was there. It's like
area
a beach
as you
town.
almost died?
It was their neighbor. Yup. That beach wants to kill me. Rye Beach in New Hampshire. But it's a beach town where like people have summer homes too and stuff. So it was fairly dead, and plus nobody walks around in the winter in New England. So yeah, I climb up this ladder and I get to the top, and the concrete was like I was talking about before. It was like super slick, and the ladder just totally kicked out, and I was left atop the roof by myself. It was hours. I'm like, I'm gonna freeze to death on top of a roof. Do I try to jump down? It's a very high roof. I will definitely die then. So yeah, it was just me waiting for a long time until some nice woman walking her dog heard the screams of a random contractor stuck on a roof. And then my phone was down there, so I'm like, open my phone, call this number, have them come get me, please. Thank you. Try not to pay any attention to their cackling on the other line. That means nothing. It was great. It was a good day.
Anne asked, do you have any other pets besides the birds and the dog? Well, birds are mine. You have other pets.
Yep. I have a little bearded dragon named Percy. I have a red-eared slider named Emmy. Also an Emmy, another Emmy. And I have a little tortoise named T. Yeah. All baby things.
Little baby things.
Stupid little baby things.
Firebrand Production said, Maddie, when do you want to come out to make your own knife? See if you can outdo Kit. Lol.
You should.
Maybe once we have the office settled, because then we can do a little bit like a transfer. Maybe you can come up and do a thing. And also, winter will be past, so I won't be expected to drive any long distance where I might crash into your garage door.
I like that in this scenario, you make it through the highways, all the other streets. The only danger zone is your end point, their garage.
Yep. That was the only issue I had when I drove to your place. You know why?
It's true. Yeah.
Because everywhere else was plowed, and your driveway was this much fluffy snow on top of this much ice because of poor drainage.
Factual. Yep. That is a fact.
I've told this story so many times at this point, but like, I didn't touch the accelerator once. He has a long driveway, but it's on a slight hill. I was sliding so badly that I hit his garage door and then bounced back and continued to slide until I was where I wanted to stop in the first place.
Yep.
I was like a good few
She didn't hit it hard
away from
either.
the door.
Like,
no, it was a
it's
slow
an aluminum
crumple.
door.
It was a slow crumple.
Yeah, it was. Like, if you hit it at any kind of speed with any kind of thrust, you would have went right through the door. It's an aluminum door. Like, it's not anything crazy. But it was just enough to, like, cushion her and then push her backwards.
Yeah, because I wasn't, like, I had no acceleration. I was literally just the acceleration of slightly rolling down your hill. I stopped before I turned into your driveway. I turned. I let the brake go. That little bit of leftover pushed me into your driveway, and then the rest is history.
I opened the garage door, the other garage door. I peek my head out, and she's just holding onto her steering wheel. And she looks at me, and she's like, I'm like,
Yup. I was
traumatized.
Water is Yummy said, "Hey guys, I'm doing my first ever campaign with D&D, and I'm a DM. I'm struggling a lot, and it's based around seven deadly sins. Do you have any tips for me? Use pre-made stuff. Try to supplement, like, you can frame it, like, find pre-made adventures to plug in, and then frame it to be based on your stuff. It teaches you how to run a thing by teaching you what's important. I think one of the major stumbling blocks of new DMs is kind of making stuff from scratch because you don't know how."
Solid. Yeah. I think we just recently gave the same advice basically for LARPing too. When people are like, "Oh, what do we do with our characters?" And I was like, "Don't just go in and like know what you want to do with your thing. Don't try to plan, because a lot of new people come in trying to plan stuff for other people, and it's like you have
to hear what we do, and they're like, "Oh, that, like, I want to make quests and stuff and whatever," but that's not, you shouldn't go into, especially as a new player. That's weird to go in and want to make game for other people without being already established in that game and already know what you like and decide that that's a thing you want to do. Making quests for LARP is like making anything for D&D times, but like the hardest way you could do it. Like, you don't choose your players, you don't know what they did, it's in a world space, you aren't God, you can't control anything. Like, it's basically just trying your best. And I think a lot of people,
you have to physically make things. You can't just be like, you see an amulet, you're like, here's an amulet.
Yup. It's and I think a lot of people get caught up with making quests for LARP because they go at it like they're trying to make a quest for D&D, and it's a completely different process. Nathan Druin said, "Kit, you've mentioned in your videos that that's the same one." Bay Roan said, "Have you ever considered making orcish armor?" We made some orcish stuff.
Yeah. We made we made like the orcish shirt and stuff. Yeah, we made more barbarian things. I think it'd be fun. I think it would be fun to eventually orc, like, at an event. You can, like, basically play an orc, right? It'd be fun to make that. I think that whole aesthetic that is usually associated with it, where it's kind of like trashed, you really weathered stuff, and then you have a lot of natural but that kind of dark appeal of bones hanging and maybe like feathers or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun to make. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Ace and you said basically a pack bag with tool. Okay, that was them explaining the map making thing, but you answered that. Cool. Munch Madhouse said, "I've been dipping my toes into leather, and I got scraps as well as I invested in a side of veg tan for good price to practice on, but I got like 10 to 11 ounce. Do you have any fave projects for thick leather?"
Well, some thick leather. Man, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. So that kind of ounce would be good for any kind of like matte type of stuff. Things that you can have a lot of wear on is nice. Obviously, it's not something you want to like roll up because it is so thick. You're going to fight it all the time, and you could also cause it to crease a lot when it's that thick if you're rolling it. But something that'll lay flat is awesome. Works great for like backing for things like the back of a bag or something you really want some stiffening to. If you ever get into making like sandals or something, 11 ounce is actually really good sole ounce. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then if you're just getting into it, honestly, really thick leather like that, you're gonna have to wet it a little bit more to get it, but it has so much give, you can get really deep impressions, and it's kind of a fun way to practice if you want to do like stamping or do designs in leather. because it's hard to mess it up. It's so thick, it has got a lot of kind of forgiveness there, where a really thin piece, if you stamp it, like, it takes nothing for you to overstamp or to overcut into it. A big thick piece, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. It's great. Eric, you got any thoughts on that one? You have some ideas on fun ways to use really, really thick leather?
Honestly, like anytime I ever used thick leather as part of a project, I was always like using it as a spacer. Like if I was trying to like reinforce a seam, if it like sometimes like I had problems, like I was making bracers, and in order to get like the buttons and everything I wanted to use to work on it, I ended up just using it to like reinforce the edges. That it's like it was, to me, it's like all the big thick chunks I have, I use it as like makeshift, like fill in the gap. Like where is something that I need to be able to handle extra tension, or just like it's like I cut things short because I'm a dumbass kind of thing.
Yeah. Somebody had mentioned too, and it's a good point, for a sheath or something, like knife sheaths, it maybe not, putting two together and then sewing it to be the sheath or whatever, but for to your point, Eric, the gusset between two sheaths, between two pieces or whatever, to space out for the knife, that's a perfect, because also it's so thick that if you cut into it or whatever, it's not going to damage it. It'll be forever before you ever hit your stitching or whatever.
Well, there's that, and like one of the times like I was using it, like where like maybe with a thinner leather you have to like have 4 or 5 layers to build up that gap. It's like one good chunk of thick leather is all you need, and then what I found was a really great trick is I would cut it into like long strips to do, like, rather than try and do it as a sheet and then cut it out of the center, I just like pre-cut like the 3 edges. So it was kind of patchwork together, but then I used less of it to be able to create the gap.
I've done, yeah, no, that makes sense. I've done one I have a 12-ounce piece of leather, slightly thicker than your 11-ounce there, and I actually used it as as just the ghettoest sheath I have, but it's for a really thin blade, and I just didn't have anywhere else to put it, so I carefully cut right down the middle of the leather, so there was a space to slide the blade into, and it was like a no stitch sheath. Like it was thick enough that I can kind of just cut a slit into the center and slide this kind of razor knife into it, and that works great. That's still in my my drawer over there. It's perfect. Drawer.
Your what?
My drawer. Shut up. I caught myself. Drawer. Yeah.
Drawer.
New England in me. Yeah, man. I keep wanting to say draw. It's a draw. In New England, it's a draw. Or at least in Massachusetts, or at least in my household, it's a draw. A drawer. This is a draw. It's a drawer. Like a weird word to say. Anywho. What you drawing, man? Are you going to share?
No.
You going to share with the class?
No.
No? So it's private drawing?
Yeah.
Like boobs?
Maybe. Just over and over, just boobs, no context.
Just boobs, no context.
Yeah. Next person, Philip Dube, said, "Hi, I'm stuck on a lizard folk scale armor and can't find what I would like online. Do you have any specific place to look for inspiration to do the pattern? I am so bad at drawing. I would prefer not to use AI." Do you mean like design or materials? Because materials, yeah. I'd say Tandy has really good embossed scale mail, kind of like
super good
scale, like for design. Etsy, look on Etsy for different patterns. Has tons of patterns to use.
Pinterest too. Just if you're not looking for patterns, just the ideas, and if you want to pattern it yourself.
I think I talked a little bit about figuring out designs in my design stream yesterday. Revan says, "Thank you for giving me the confidence to get the leather work. I now create corsets. Will you consider trying other leather techniques?"
Man, you went on hard mode. You went to corsets. Those are tricky. Do you do it with like boning and stuff? I'm so curious now as to your method because I've been wanting to do those types of shapes because that's a very complex shape to get right. I'd love to get into that. And if that answers your question, if you'd ever want to try like other techniques and stuff, very much. I would love to make more like female armor type things, just because there's a lot more interesting shapes to be had. Yeah, boobs. I think if I were to try other techniques, yeah, boobs. But honestly, like the shaping, like the cups, and then how everything comes down in this area and stuff, or that like hourglassy kind of shape that they usually have. Cool. Like it's hard technique, hard measurement wise. Maybe technique. I mean, it's kind of the same. You're sewing after you get the measurements. Getting the measurements is the tricky bit, right? So I think that's cool.
Types of seams and stuff to get those shapes.
Yeah, I mean, it's all darting and all that type of stuff, but you just got to figure out the darts and everything.
I just wanted to mention Dragon just dropped into chat if somebody wants to give him
hey Dragon
to join the party.
Invite to speak.
Come speak with us, Dragon.
Speak your words, Dragon Man.
Dragon Man. Dragon Man. Ah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hello. There's a man who knows his leather as well.
Yeah. So,
you changed your name on Patreon? Okay.
It's his new business.
I read it. I'm like, hey. You're throwing me off. I gotta say more words.
Yeah, so that's actually my actual company name. That's my LLC.
Cool. Well, I gotta change it in the scroll now. I actually realized that the scroll is out of date. So anybody who's on the scroll or should be on the scroll, I apologize. I'll change it tonight. It's part of my to-do list for tonight. I gotta go. I will go into the Patreons. I will get all your names and I will put it back into the scroll.
Yeah. But Kit, you should check out Creative All. They have a dragon corset. And I've done it. It's amazing. I'm actually going to be modifying it to actually put steel boning in it. But I've actually made it just the way it is, and it actually teaches you a lot about those forms and shapes that you were talking about.
Actually, it's a good call out what you're saying right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Same thing that Maddie just said about D&D. Somebody asked a question. They're DMing and they're having some issue making some campaigns and stuff, and she recommended using materials that already exist and then just skinning it to be for your thing so you can kind of learn how to put those things together. That's also fantastic for if you're getting into leather working or anything like that, getting patterns. I didn't do that, and it's to my own detriment, and I should do it more often. I got really hell-bent on just kind of like, I'll wing it, I'll learn how to do stuff myself, and that is a way harder path. Yeah, you teach yourself really bad habits, or you miss super simple techniques that suddenly you see it and you're like, I'm dumb. Well, of course, that's how you put that together. Why did I just try to reinvent the wheel? So, yeah, definitely buy yourself some patterns if you're getting into leatherworking, and make some stuff that way first before you start patterning your own stuff. Or don't. It's fun to experiment too. I don't regret the experiments I've done, but if I was going for a straighter path to being good at a thing, that would be the one I'd take. So it's all an adventure. This is how you want to get there.
So I'm actually in the process. I'm actually in the process of creating an entire leather course that is very much like foundations based. Like, this is how you actually cut leather. This is how you punch holes in leather. This is how you stitch leather. Just like so much before you actually start putting together a project, so you already have the techniques that you need before you put together a project.
I love that. Yeah, it's I'm looking forward to seeing the content you make for that. When we will happily be doing some trades. Love to push people your way to get all the actual foundations, because I'm just fiddling around through things.
People are
and
like,
try my best.
We're like, I don't know, man, but have you seen this bag?
I made it. See? Good night. There's been a few people saying good night. Good night. The peoples who are saying good night. Sweetest of dreams.
Next question is, did you make the Brandywine spider or just puppet it? Is puppet making a thing you've done before or want to do a video on?
So we made it. But there will be a video coming out closer to the next Brandywine.
You and Studio Labs made it.
Yeah, so it was myself, and part of that video will be our friends over at Studio Labs, who we've yet to introduce, but I very much want to soon. There's actually it's this awesome space up in New Hampshire. Look it up if you have the time. Studio Labs. Yeah, totally look it up. They're a business, and it's good for them.
Oh, you're freezing.
Huge studio. I mean, they're a film studio, and they have these incredible rooms where you can. What's that?
You're frozen on the webcam.
Oh no! Am I frozen?
Yeah.
Can I still be heard, people?
You cut in and out a bit, but you're.
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's like you went to sell.
Oh, look at that! Look at that look on my face too. Look at everybody. What am I saying in this freeze frame? Oh, it moved. I'm gonna say it's this big. Okay, looks like I'm back now. I think. Cool.
I like how you were like doing the robot to see if you were moving in frame again.
Yeah, which doesn't help, right? I'm like, oh, huh?
I just
yeah, check out Studio Lab.
Really interesting way to make hair.
Ooh, good. But it is fantastic. Giant studio space. It has a whole bunch of different like giant rooms that are just a screen. Whole wall is screen. So on camera you can look like you're anywhere. Rather than doing green screen, they actually just have the images on the walls, and it looks on camera indistinguishable from you being at the actual place. But they have a really talented team that works there. That helped me with the prop design and making the spider. It was our first time making anything puppet, which was so much fun to do the engineering on and figure it out. I had a blast working with that team. So I can't wait to show video, especially specifically. You just said making hair. I think you're talking about drawing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that one's right. Drawing. Okay. Damn it. But we were making it out of rope, basically. Like you have, like hemp rope or something. And I was using like a dog brush, a slicker brush, to get it out so we can use it to make the hair that's on the spider. And meanwhile, Greg, one of the dudes who I was working with, is tinkering around behind us because he was just hell-bent on finding a faster way to make it. So he's attaching it to different tools. He had it on a drill at one point. It's just like hitting the table or like hitting the brush to do like automate it. And eventually he attached the damn thing to the wheel of a grinder, like a hand grinder. And we saw that, we're like, nope. The RPMs are too high. Put that in a box or something. So he made a box, and he stuck his hands inside the box, and he turned the friggin' thing on. And for just a second, you hear, and then it's nothing. And we're like, are your hands still there? And he's like, yeah, I think it worked. And he pulled it out, and he opened it, and the inside the box was just fluff. It completely shredded the rope to the point where it was like the most perfect hair fiber anything you could possibly want for dressing up the puppet. So his wife came in at that point in time, and he's like, "Man, I gotta show you this thing. Come here." And she's got her baby on her hip, and she's like, "Okay, cool." So he attached it. He's like, "Watch this," and we're all like, "Wait, would you like to please step back?" She's like, "How many times have you done this?" We're like, "Once." So she stepped back a little bit with the baby. She's like, "Is it dangerous?" We all go, "Yes." Like simultaneously, there's three of us simultaneously go, "Yes." And then he turns it on, and again, and then nothing. And he opens it up. He's like, "Look how gorgeous this fluff is." Great group to work with. Super funny. Crafting shenanigans ensued. I never get to work with people. It was genuinely a great time. Yeah. That's my story. I'm done now. This is how I do.
I'm not people.
It's so silent. Thank you for speaking. I'm like too quiet.
The music stuff.
At some point, I'm going to have to come up there, and we're just going to have to make like a completely full suit of armor.
Yes. I've got that.
That would be epic.
On deck soon, potentially. So we'll talk. It'll be fun.
The dragon's on topic, and my brain's just going, what does it sound like when he says heart attack? What does it sound like when he says heart attack?
No, I can usually pronounce my heart attack. I know heart attack. But if I'm with my family, or I'm mad, or I'm drunk, yeah, my R's go to shit. Otherwise, it's fairly hard to tell that I'm from New England. Like, I don't tend to, most other people tell me I don't have an accent. Everybody feels they don't have an accent, but I hear from other people that I usually don't have a New England accent.
From
But
living up here,
it was
a lot
beaten
of
out
people
of me
don't have
from
super
diction classes.
Strong accents. Every once in a while, you hear someone that it tinges their voice a bit more, but I haven't really come across a lot of people that you're like, oh, you Boston.
My mom, when you meet my mom, she has an adorably
I've heard
strong,
your mom.
Specifically
I've heard you on the
Chelsea
phone with her.
accent. I'm a scared. She doesn't say I'm afraid. I'm a scared. Krista, I'm a scared. No, she's great.
Next question.
Kate, you're good unless you're talking about drawers.
Right.
It kills me. Drawers. It just doesn't feel right in my mouth. Drawers.
Next question.
And then it's over there just busting up.
What is a quote that has stuck with you, either for profound or humor reasons?
Oh, dang. So the entire speech, look up, it's from Theodore Roosevelt, The Man in the Arena. It's a good one. That one tends to stick with me. There is actually a few of them. Thing about me, I quite like poetry. Big old poetry fan. So there's a good few of those.
The speech at
What's that?
the end of Odysseus, right?
Yep.
What he
Speech
gives
at the end
when
of
he finally
Odysseus.
goes home.
Yeah, I also really like. Oh no, that's Alfred Tennyson. So that is Little Prophets and Idle King among these barren crags amongst these. It's called Ulysses. That's a really good one. I do like Ulysses quite a bit. Fantastic poem, actually. Good. Bring it up. Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is fantastic too, but that's not like a quote. That's super long. There's one I really like. See if I can remember it off the top of my head. The one ship sails east and the other sails west, with the south same wind that blows. It's the set of the sails and not the gales that tell them the way to go. Like the winds of the sea are the winds of fate as you go along through life. It's the set of the soul that decides its goal, not the calm or the strife. I like that. I tend to like the ones that are like, you take control of your life. It is about kind of your passion and your will. Those ones tend to resonate with me quite a bit. Well, no.
So you mean the guy that started a channel 6 years ago about leveling up your own skills likes poetry about taking control of your own life? That makes no sense at all.
Right?
Yeah, man, all of them too. Everyone that comes to my head, like
Oh, he's frozen again.
He can't take control over his internet.
He tries. He tries real hard. Brynjolf. Anyone else notice that when Maddie's drawing, her left hand has to stay busy as well? Last night it was the bird constantly getting tension. Tonight it's her hair. That's just me in general. That's my channeling my ADHD.
Oh no, we lost him.
No,
I'm frozen.
He's vibing.
I'm gonna plug. I'm not plugged in. I'm gonna plug in.
That's my ADHD hyperactivity. I've channeled it down into a specific habit that is not as destructive as previous habits, which is just playing with my hair. I can't not do it. If I don't do it, I'll do more destructive habits. I always have to be doing something with my hands.
I simply comb my beard all the time. That's my ADHD stem.
Yeah. Mine's usually my left hand because it's the one I'm not using. I'll just twirl one of my curls. You're back on.
Huzzah!
I fixed you.
Good. Thank you for fixing me.
Fantasy Apprentice asks, any advice on working on things when you burn out? Put it on the side. Do something else. Reinvigorate yourself with it. Don't try to force it. I think I'm writing 5 books at once. And when I burn out on one, I search through my brain and I'm like, cool, which one is interesting to me? So I keep writing. And then if none of them are interesting, I start a new one, which is how I got to 5. And if...
What I love about leather work, when you burn out about, one particular type of project, just start something else or learn a new technique or something like that. It's probably the one ADHD hyperfocus that I've actually stuck with over the years.
Leather?
Because of that. Yeah, leather.
I think there's a lot of overemphasis. Like, my entire life when I was growing up, my parents would always kind of get mad at me for never, quote-unquote, finishing things. And I think that... But I grew up a lot smarter than everyone around me because I experienced a lot more of the world. I didn't just put all my points into one. Like, I started to see how all the different things that I was doing connected to each other, and they would make me better at things when I went back. There's no way something was in my window. It's a second-story window. It might have been a bird. Yeah, basically... I'd go back to what I did before, and I'd be better at it, and then that would help me get over whatever was frustrating me, what progress I wasn't making. Actually, that's my light. Alexa, turn off office light sunlight. Oh, Jesus, I turned off all of them. I hesitated.
Yeah, on the topic of
turn on
burnout.
Office lights except bird light.
Hey, I would say for burnout, as I say, building off what you were saying, Maddie, and building off what Dragon had to say, if you're, one of the things I've found, again, neurospicy crowd, I don't think anybody least bit surprised that we have an entire Discord loaded with us. But the thing I found is, like, if there's something you really want to work on, or something I really want to work on, I should say, and it's something I can take somewhere different from where I normally would work on it. Whether it's like writing a thing, reading a thing, playing a game, anything like just going to a different room, going to a different location. I don't know. For me, it helps clear up sometimes all of that roadblock, that frustration, that burnout, because at least for me, it tricks my brain into being like, you're doing something different because you're somewhere different.
Yeah.
And like that, it's not going to be a silver bullet, but I always like to recommend that to folks. Give that a try first. If you're always writing on your laptop or on your tablet or whatever, you always do it at your office desk, go to the couch. Do it at the dining room table. I don't know, stand and do it with your laptop or your tablet on the stove in your kitchen.
Yeah, that's
human brains are dumb. Yeah.
That's something that I've been struggling with recently since I've moved up here, because we don't have the office yet. I don't have any of my normal kind of routines or anything. So I'm really struggling to do things or get myself in just not get sad and frustrated with not being able to make my brain work. But your brain does genuinely process areas. It's why you walk into rooms and forget what you were doing, but if you walk back into the room where you thought the thought, you remember it. And it's because your brain has environmental memory and all that. It's also why if they say you're trying to get over an addiction or you're trying to break a bad habit, you change your environment. And if you go back to that environment, you're more likely to start it again. Brains.
We have some Conquest mates up in the chat right now. Thank you so much
Oh, damn.
Jonathan, for right. Yeah,
What
like
is a DKK?
huge thank you. You know that we have to.
Oh, it's a Danish
use
krone.
this. Yeah, we have to use this to buy you the finest of rums.
So 100 Danish krones translates to $15.
It's badass. Yes, we will use it to buy you absolutely fine rum for our next. And we barely got to hang out last Conquest. So
oh, it's the captain.
Yeah, it says it's the commander. Yeah.
Oh, it's the commander.
Yeah, we barely got to hang out last time, and I really wanted to.
We already have. Every time I go into a liquor store, I go to the rums, and I'm like, which one is acceptable for him?
Always.
Every time.
Oh, you have the best rum already. Well, I will try my damnedest then. I think it will be a fun game for us to play, and you can look at it and compare it to another bottle and go.
It just means that we just have to keep trying.
It just means we have to keep trying, right? I don't think anybody loses.
Every time
this
we
game.
come, we bring as many good rums as we can bring. I still have that one rum that we got that we were gonna, because we made Skill Tree a business on Talk Like a Pirate Day, so we were gonna let's get a fancy rum and then have a drink from it every anniversary of Skill Tree, and we never opened it. I wouldn't trust us to I wouldn't drink any rum that we distilled.
No, you'll go blind, legitimately.
Yeah, we barely managed mead to be, and that's the easy one.
Yeah, it's just a bad time. But we will buy you something fun. If not amazing, then fun. How's that? I think it'll be.
Have you guys tried Kraken? Kraken rum. It's almost like a blackberry. It is so good.
Yeah.
That was actually the first drink I ever had.
Yeah, Kraken rum. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was a weirdo. Instead of drinking a beer or something, I sat on my 21st birthday with my D&D friends on a Discord with a bottle of wine, a bottle of black spice Kraken rum, and that was it. I think I drank a decent amount of rum. Did you get Black Kraken at the June Volunteer Build weekend? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I don't remember. Me?
Maybe you just drank it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so excited.
I do that.
Commander came. Genuinely, every time I see rum, I think of him.
I'm curious as to who you're going to be playing. If it's only during scenes and stuff. Are we being introduced to a new character that we can get to know?
Not the commander anymore.
Yeah, oh yeah, all right. Is there someone? Let's see here, another camp. Kraken is only decent mixing rum, guys.
I was gonna say, if you want an actual rum,
Kraken.
Yeah, I love it. Perfect. Yeah, he's like Kraken.
Attached.
Go away, peasant.
It was my first. Everyone has those drinks that are tied to emotions. That they could be the worst brand ever, and it doesn't matter. It's special.
It's a special one.
I was gonna say, if you guys want an actual rum you can sip neat in the same style as you can sip most good whiskeys, Total Wine carries a brand called RL Seals, Romeo Lima Seals,
go get
minus 10-year-old rum. It's $35 for a 750 milliliter, and you can just pour it into a glass and just drink it, and it is so good.
That's nice. We've recently gotten into tequilas that way, really good tequilas that you can sip, very smooth and whatever. So it'd be nice to explore more into the rums. But yeah, I'm eager to see what actually just being able to play with you. We're looking to play as well. We're still running our camps there, but we're trying to do it in a way where we get to actually play game ourselves instead of just constantly running around to do stuff. So yeah, I'm hoping we get to meet in situ and just have actually in-game moments. That sounds like a lot of fun without us also running around to try to solve problems or something. Very, very, very cool. Neat. Yeah, so I'll check that out because there's actually a Total Wine nearish me. I think it's 15 to 20 minutes away, Eric. I'll definitely give that a look.
I would ship you a bottle if, like, it probably wouldn't break the law. But there's only like 8 states in the entire U.S. that allow like I don't want to say import, but like allow you to receive hard alcohol via mail. And the reason I know this is because I'm desperately trying to find an Icelandic whiskey that I got to try out of a whiskey advent calendar, and Wisconsin sucks because you're not allowed to have whiskey shipped into the state. You can do wine. They're fine with wine.
That's interesting.
Can't do hard alcohol. And I can't find this stuff anywhere in the state.
Weird. Yeah, that's interesting. You have to let me know. I'll come on a work trip because I come up to your area sometime for work. I'll smuggle some drink for you. That sounds like a good time. Very, very cool. I'm genuinely glad. It'll be fun to play with you. Oh, I just hear from the background. I brought rum.
Rum.
I have to get going. I have the Las Vegas Leather show that I'm going to.
Ooh.
So I thought I would jump in here and do my obligatory. If anybody out here is listening, wants to join us on these monthly Q&As like me and Eric do, all you have to do is join the Patreon. I think it's the $25 or the $50 one that
I think it's only 25.
that you have to be on. Yeah, so you could come in here and play around with us too. It's really fun. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Bye, Dragon.
Thank you, sir.
You're loud, Durgan.
So these are the rums.
He does a better job pushing our stuff.
It feels weird to push things where people pay us money. So this is the rums that I've had recently that were more... Because I don't tend to mix drinks very often recently, so it's more like sipping ones. So they're more of those like... I had this one, which is I think a 20-something-year-old.
Nice. Pretty.
What is it? St. Lucia HMS Formido. This one was No, this one's the 21-year-old.
It says HMS Formidable. My brain immediately read that as HMS Formaldehyde. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know. Damn. Ooh, he says that's a good rum. Yeah, it was the most. So I actually got it as a gift for my birthday because, my brother got it for me because he knew that I liked whiskey and that I had drunken rum before. So he went to the liquor store. He's like, what rum? I want a whiskey and a rum. So he got me whiskey, and it was like, what do you know about what kind of like rum she likes? And she's like, I don't know. She likes whiskey. So that was the one that they gave him. That was like the most whiskey. And then I have Zafra, which is the 21-year-old. I haven't had this one in a while. It's a little bit sticky right now because I just unpacked it, and I think because of the temperature change, the simple sugar that was in that exploded a little. Not in the bottle, but like in the package.
By the looks of some of the other stuff too, it seems like they just kind of kicked your packages down the street.
No, that was a different one, not the mover. This one was moved, like in the movers. I shipped some of my stuff. It's decent. Okay. And then, well, you can tell one of them's empty and one of them's not. And then this is the one that we never opened, which is
that's our anniversary rum, the anniversary of our business. Talk Like a Pirate Day rum.
Yeah, as this one's 18-year. I think it was. Right. We got it because it was in a. It was in a bourbon cask. So now we know.
We're both like bourbon. Good.
He likes this one. We know. At the very least, we know one he likes.
We know one you will at least like.
Ooh, he doesn't know. So I got the 4-casket one because I looked it up and everyone seemed to really like it. Because we got that gift card for like a website that had a bunch of different types of liquor. So I was like, we gotta use it, so I might as well like add on top of it and get a nice rum.
So someone said, and you're saying that Wisconsin has better cheese, but I think liquor store could order it for you. Cheese. Here's the thing, right? Like, what a well, no, maybe that's why they allow wine, because as I say, what a travesty not to have good liquor to have with your cheese, but cheese and wine, right? So maybe that's why they allow wine, because they understand. their main
fine.
export is cheese.
You gotta let us know what your
The only
favorite
reason that they
rums
allow
are.
wine is because we actually have a ton of small wineries in the state. In fact, the thumb of Wisconsin, the whole joke of like, oh, you're trying to find someone in Wisconsin, just hold up your left hand, and it's just like, oh, you can just like point at things. Well, the thumb of Wisconsin is Door County, and there's like a dozen wineries in the county there. It's just a tourist trap of things. And then we just have we're loaded with microbreweries and wineries and oddly enough a couple of distilleries, because boy howdy do we like our alcohol in Wisconsin. But
I know. I mean,
yeah.
when it's that cold, yeah, alcohol
Yeah.
kind of takes the edge off, right?
But yeah, all the wineries in Wisconsin have like membership clubs, and I was actually signed up for one of them for a while, where it's just like, oh hey, we'll ship you 3 bottles every 3 months, and we'll give you 25% off the bottles, and you get free shipping. And they're like, oh, and by the way, if you want to add more bottles, it's still free shipping, and we keep giving you they're just like, please let us ship you alcohol to your house.
Let us have you will have the alcohol. Yeah, this is I feel like this is the start of a problem for a bunch of people. I do love you touched on the thumb of Wisconsin. I have a special love for the states that are shaped like a piece, like Michigan has the mitten, right? It looks like a mitten, and you can point where you live on the mitten. The Florida's a panhandle. If you really enjoy a panhandle, I guess you can point at a panhandle. Yeah, it's basically the dick of America. Yeah,
like a panhandle's the ball.
Yeah,
it's just a dick from the side.
Massachusetts is this. You can like, because we have the thing that comes out, so you can say where you live in Massachusetts by like making a little bicep. Just be like, I live here-ish, especially towards the Cape. High consumption. America's one of the highest per capita alcohol consumption.
Your favorite rum. This is your chance. We will bring some.
It's true. Yeah, let us know what your favorite rum is, and we will flood you with said rum.
We'll flood you with rum.
Plus, we will coax your new character if it's new, or if your character's just taking a step
maybe
back,
you
whatever.
should make your character never had tried rum before. We'll be like, have you tried this? And he's like,
we will coax you to our tent and be like, our large tent that we have there. Be like, we have a special guest. I think it'll be fun.
Rylan Hardy said, I love you guys and have been watching your vids since I was 12. I've been wanting to know if you've been going to the Brandywine Festival this year because I'd love to meet you. I want to know how old you are now, so how old I feel.
Thank you for watching the video.
You said that like it was a long time ago, and then I remember that we've been doing this for like 7 years.
Yeah, I know. So there's a site in which I use to like track our analytics and stuff sometimes. I don't know why I keep going to it because it's always wrong, but like I still do every once in a while for fun.
He says he's 16.
But yeah, it gives you badges, and it says like for how many. And I looked at it just today, and we're working on our 8-year badge currently. And I'm like, oh, geez, that went by just entirely too quickly. Yeah. Terrible, but yeah, thank you for one sticking with us during it, which is a very formative age. So I don't know if we've been detrimental. Yeah, right. I don't know if it was a bad experience for you or not. I'm hoping it was at least making you a more interesting person. Do not pay attention to the amount I drink on the show. Yes, we are planning on being at Brandywine now.
Secretly like iced tea.
It's true. Yeah.
It's more just a
tonight.
Prop
it's
than
not. Yeah. But yes, for sure, definitely come. We are planning to, unless one of us ends up sick or something. But yeah, it's in the plans for us to be there. We would love to meet you. That'd be fun.
We should come up with like a secret thing that people who come from our channel, like a secret code.
Yeah, a little
or like
secret.
A puzzle that if they tell us the answer to it, they get a thing.
Yes, we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna plan it so it's more fun. But yeah, and it'd be fun if it's a thing that carries over between like other events. Like they come and they ask us a certain question, we respond in a certain way, and that like leads them to beginning the puzzle or something.
Like thieves.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun
He
to
says
do.
he likes to try new rums.
Ooh, we'll do this thing.
I'm just
I
gonna
don't know
grab-
what's new to
I'm
you,
gonna
but we'll
walk into a
try our
liquor store.
damnedest.
I'm gonna grab randomly.
Just a random
I'm gonna tell the
bullshit.
person there. I was like, I want you to pick me out just a bunch of random rums, and not tell me what they are, and just pack them, and we'll discover them together.
Or we do the opposite, and we specifically look for the cheapest. Like
And we try to find the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, the cheapest, and we tell you
sounds like a
nothing,
waste
and
of a
we
conquest.
give it to you, and
Oh.
it could possibly, it will most likely suck, but it will be fun playing with it. Or we'll hide one really great rum.
Ooh, we take
the
off
shit.
all the labels.
No, because
They'll just take one
bottles are
sip
part
of
of their
each.
branding. Yeah, we'll have to put them in like a nondescript numbered bottles so we remember what they are, and just have them there. And I
It's
imagine
funnier
we'll
if we
start
forget
playing
which
this
one's the
game.
good one. He'll
Yeah,
probably
I was
be
about to
able
say,
by
imagine
smell.
we'll
He knows
start
rums.
playing this game with you, and by the end of it, all of us will forget we were playing the game. I just lost the game.
Aw, I just
Damn
made
it.
all of us lose the game.
I know, but that's part of it. I'm supposed to say when I lost the game. I lost the game. Damn it. My fault.
Anyway.
Sorry, everyone. I do apologize for that. My fault. Damn it.
New question. Bayron says, you ever thought about doing leather armor, Iron Man armor?
Yeah. We actually had a little bit for like Mandalorian armor specifically. I know Maddie fell down that rabbit hole for a little bit.
You say a little bit, like I'm not still buzzing in the background. See, I
still down that hole.
adopt things. You jump between things. So every time that you jump between, you're like, oh my god, like this is what he'll do to me. I'll get excited about a thing, and then he'll be like, oh my god, that's so cool, and he'll get excited with me for 3 days. And then he'll get excited about something else, and I'll just be in the background vibrating. Because I've gotten more invested since now there's other people invested, and now I'm just like, I don't know what to do now. I'm too invested.
Yeah, I've been trying to get her into Magic the Gathering
I
online
refuse.
so that I can play
as soon
with
as
her.
I get
and
in,
she's
you'll
been
stop
hard
playing.
refusing. Yeah. Yep.
I'll put in the effort of learning it, and
I'm a leaf.
You'll be on the next thing.
I'm a leaf on the wind. It's terrible. I do realize.
In too much depth.
I do realize that there might be some people here today who don't know they're playing the game, and I do want to explain it to them.
You
because
just
that
made
does
us
seem like a
lose
weird
it
thing that I
again.
just said. I know, but I think this is important. I think you all will agree that we need to initiate these people into the game. What the game is you are always playing the game. Always. Whether or not you knew you were playing it, you were playing it. And if you think of the game, you've lost the game. And you must say loudly, I lost the game. Thus making the people around you lose the game as well. That is the game. And you've always been playing it. So welcome to unknowing now that you are playing the game.
The game is a game of memory. If you remember you're playing the game, you lose it, and you have to.
Thank you
announce it to
again, by
anyone
the way.
around
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for coming.
Can't wait to see you again. Yeah, I can't wait to see you.
So as soon as you remember that you're playing the game, you lose it, and you have to exclaim in whatever, like if you're texting with someone or whatever, it doesn't matter. You have to make the people around you lose the game too. And then everyone gets upset, and then we all go back to trying to play the game, which is basically to forget that we're playing the game.
Yep. Then you get to like look back and be like, when's the last time I lost it? And actually, it wasn't even that long ago. I think I lost the game like 2 months ago or something.
I lost it a few days ago because I was in my meeting with Etros, and they had never played. They didn't know what it was, but they'd heard other people play it. So I was like,
I think that
just
was the
lost
longest
game.
though. When I lost that one, I
go
think the last time I
long
lost it was
times.
also with you, and I think it was like 2 years ago that I lost the game last.
Yeah,
it was quite some time ago.
Yeah, I don't tend to think about how long. I just get upset when I do lose.
Is that Eric?
I just say for some of the folks in that are listening, if you have ever stumbled across an image on Reddit, Imager, Facebook, Discord, where it's just like, hey, look in the upper right corner, look in the lower left, look in the, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, and you're like following around, and all of a sudden it's just like you follow the instruction, you're like, and you just see at the end the game. Yeah, those are people that not only are playing the game, they are spreading it like a virus.
Yep, horrendous. It was you and the friend group that we play D&D with, Maddie, that introduced me to the understanding that I was playing. We were in the middle of like a session or something, and then one person says it, and then everybody goes, "Oh!" and I'm like, "What just happened?" And then they cursed me by explaining what just happened.
It is a curse for the rest of your life. Whenever someone says the game, you're like, "Damn it!" It's real magic. It's cursing your friends.
It genuinely, because you think you don't care. You genuinely think you don't care, and then like
the next time when you suddenly think of it, and that like
you're like, oh,
that reimagining, you're like, oh, I just lost the game. And then it gets more and more like you get more into it. Next question, because we are probably at the point where we want to stop soon.
I just want to say one quick thing. Somebody saying that they made a leather bag for their girl for their 20th anniversary. That's super sweet. Thank you for trying it. That's awesome. Very, very cool. What a cool gift. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Sorry, just want to get that one. That was sweet.
Ryan Hardy asked, I forgot, but I'm also wondering if you would make the cool Korok backpack from Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I think Zelda is one of those things that we've kind of missed on a little bit, for me, because I love Zelda. I mean, Zelda, Super Mario was what I spent the majority of my time as a wee little children's on, and is formative for me. So I will happily make things in any of those. Mortal Kombat too, actually.
Will you though?
It was. What's that?
Lost in the schedule.
I mean, yeah, if we get the schedule put together and figure it out, those are things that I would genuinely enjoy making, though. I wanted to make an ocarina out of clay. Yeah, I still want to make the ocarina. I just have to fire it out of clay. Or I started looking at how to make it in wood and stuff, but that got lost in the schedule. Then we started doing other stuff, and I'm like, I just don't have the time. I still want to make an ocarina, though. I think that'd be fun.
Last question. And it's, simple answer because we just point them toward a video. Brian Yolf said, you've talked about going to events. Could you describe what it's like to go to your very first event and what made you decide that you wanted to do more? Go watch the video of the first event, because I feel like those versions of us will describe that feeling much better than the versions that are like 4 years down the line.
For sure. But, I mean, in general, it's a lot of fun. You're going to be scared going into it. It's going to be hard because other people, you suddenly feel like you got to be an actor or something. If you're not used to that, it's hard. Until it starts. Once time in starts and everybody else is doing it too, then you'd feel weird not doing it. And it's genuinely a great time. Some of the best people I think I've ever actually gotten to interact with has been at LARP events. I am not, despite what you see here and whatever, I'm not particularly social of a person. I grew up as like the child who would hide behind his mother when somebody new came. Extremely shy, like toxically shy. And even now, like even though I do this and I'm better in front of people and stuff, if I know I have to talk to a crowd of people beforehand is torture for me. I can't eat, I can't sleep, like it's awful. When I get up, I disassociate and I'm better, and it's a skill I've learned. But I never felt bad at a LARP. And it's like a separate part in my brain, I guess. I think you'll have fun, so definitely try it.
Am I the only one who can, like, the lighting and the recording is making my sweater do weird patterns?
No, it's doing it. Yeah, I think it's the flicker rate of the recording and you moving. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's what I've just been doing for the past few minutes. It's just like...
It's just watching your recording. I've yet to grow out of my shyness. Nah, I know, man. It's hard. It's a tricky thing. It's such like an ingrained thing, right? Like that fear of being... Not even a fear, it's just... I don't know, it's that awkward feeling of being around other people.
It's like trying to lift more than you've trained your muscles to lift. It's a skill.
Yeah, it is a skill. I genuinely am terrified when I go in front of people. And I've done martial arts almost my whole life. We used to do shows, so I'd go in front of people, especially like Chinese New Year and Chinatown and stuff. And I know I've been training my whole life doing this particular thing that I do. And I know also that most of the people watching me have never done any of this stuff that I'm doing, so they have no way of judging me. And still, absolutely terrified. 90% of the sets that I did in front of people, I made up on the spot because I was so afraid I completely forgot the set that I've been training for 6 years on, right? So, like, toxically shy and nervous of it. But it is a thing you can get better at.
I think that's definitely the skill that we've developed more so than actually talking.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, pretending like we can
confident.
fake it for sure.
But inside we're
we
like,
did that.
please someone else talk.
Yeah.
Like for the
We did that
new
panel
LARPer
at Comic-Con.
experience- Oh, we did the panel in Comic-Con. We also did the new LARPer experience, whatever, at Brandywine. We had no idea what we were doing going into that. We just kind of sat for 10 minutes beforehand and just like looked at each other. We were like, okay, cool. What are we doing? Because I don't think originally it was going to be us, and it was taken over by the person who was supposed to be doing it for the other two.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an experience, but you can get better at dealing with it. I don't think it ever goes away, at least in my experience, because I've been dealing with it my whole life too. I am very, very shy. But you get better at putting it aside for the moment, and then doing whatever needs to be done at the time, and then like recovering afterwards. I think I do a lot of that. I recover later. I'm like, all right, I need to be alone for a bit. I've just had a lot of social.
Speaking of.
Yeah. Yes. We should probably get going.
Yeah. I'm sleepy.
All right, y'all. You all wonderful, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us here today. I hope you had fun.
Sorry
just
for
hanging out
Emmy.
with us. It was mellow.
Lily wanted to go to bed, and Lily would have yelled at us the entire stream if I had kept Emmy out.
Yeah. Babies. Thank you again for joining us all. And we'll see you next time.
Night.
All right.